I want to welcome everyone to Global FX Radio's Market Wrap-Up Show YouTube. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton, February 23rd, 2009. What a day. Oh my goodness. Dollar index collapsing and then coming right back as the Citibank news. If you don't know, Citibank, the government's going to take basically a big stake in Citibank, convert their preferred shares to common shares, thus saving the commoners, the common shareholders, but also the market realizing, well, wait a second. Uh, You gave them 50 billion dollars and you're going to only get a $6 billion stake. What are you, crazy? And write down the rest of that money? So really, confusion abound, and a lot of reasons, a lot of other factors going on there. Again, tax haven status out of the eurozone. I'm sorry, the out of this Switzerland. Really, I think the Swiss is in big trouble because that's all they got. And should that tax haven status, UBS is in big trouble. Switzerland's in big trouble. I don't think they can do manufacture enough Swiss Army knives and chocolate to save their Swiss cheese. You know what? But should that happen, the numbers I'm reading from the stories I'm reading, $7 trillion of untaxed money out there in tax haven countries. Obama wants his money, and you might that might be even more reason why the U.S. dollar might continue to rise. And listen, I thought there was a nice hammer on that weekly chart. Euro dollar, as we saw, exploded. Channel line almost got hit on the dollar index, as you see right here. And now it looks like we're going back up. And again, do your Fibonacci retracements here, but I got to tell you, should we take this out? The 61.8% retracement, which we are right there. It could get nasty. This euro dollar could roll over. We could get an explosion, maybe cable reverses even more. Just a lot more dollar strength. And a lot of data coming out this tonight. I'm kidding. I think they're all going to suck. I think these euro numbers, I'm sorry if my language is too, offends too many of you, but these numbers are going to be horrible. Just an abomination, in my opinion, is the hourly charts. Euro dollar. German IFO, horrible. French consumer spending, horrible. London mortgage approvals, horrible. I know London numbers have been better lately, but I'm looking for a big turn. Things aren't all of a sudden Shangri-La over there. Disaster. You just haven't heard anything yet. Numbers are going to be bad. CBI realized sales, horrible. Probably even worse than the negative 52 estimate. So looking at the euro dollar, nice reversal here. Again, 126, babe. You look at that weekly chart, it looks like some propeller pattern, but I tell you, I think we're going lower. I think these numbers are going to be terrible. Dollar yen, again, the reason dollar yen is strong, one, this whole, now that rates, we can't judge where rates are going anymore because they're zero, they're going nowhere. They're looking at credit default swaps of individual countries. And Japanese, the credit default swaps for Japanese JGBs, I think, double in value, in price. So there's the market is perceiving that Japan might default on the JGBs, which is just a joke. So, the markets now are looking at individual countries' credit status in order to move the currency markets. I don't buy this. I do believe that it is moving markets, no doubt. But in the long run, I think it's a short-run aberration. I don't believe this is going to be a theme. But to think that Japan, given their situation, they have the money. They have all the money. They've got assets. Cash. The U.S. is printing money. They have money they can spend. So I know they're in debt and they're in deficit, but it's not the point. They have currency reserves. Massive amount. They're exporters. So same thing with China. Anyway, sterling dollar rolling over as we speak right now. Sterling yen looking terrible as it rolls over as well. But looking at the hourly chart, broke into the downside, 10, 20, 30, starting to cross, dribbling lower, broke this entire uptrend channel cable. I'm looking for a bounce to short cable, maybe 145.40, but looks terrible to me. Love a bounce up to somewhere around there, but I don't think it's going to happen. Once again, should this neckline get broken from this head and shoulders, they break it out to break it down. Should this give way, this 141 area, oh my goodness, we're going to go back down to the lows. I think we're at a major precipice here. major precipice of something. If this dollar index really goes for the highs, and sterling numbers are really bad, European numbers are really bad, it could get nasty. Now, the big wild card obviously is dollar yen. That is the big wild card. How does it look? It looks freaking awesome. Look at that uptrend channel. You know, so flagging to the upside, pole, this beautiful pole, flag. It's gonna have another pull. I think though that's the turnaround Tuesday. I think this pull that's coming, this big move up that's coming, which it probably is. We might come in a little bit in Asia, but this looks so freaking good. I mean, look how gorgeous it looks. To the moon. So the daily is broken out to the upside. I think, you know, as hard as it is, I think it's going higher, maybe 95. But this move in dollar yen, in my opinion, is completely unwarranted. But again, their economy shrunk 12.2%. Macroeconomically, they're in a free fall. I know they're an export nation. Exports are collapsing. Yada, yada, yada. Bottom line is, I think that at the end of the day, I'd rather be short the carry trade because I think euro dollar and pound dollar could roll over where dollar yen goes up 40, 50 pips. Euro dollar might break 100. So, euro sterling. How about my euro Canada today, people? Nice move in that euro Canada. Euro Canada. I'm sorry, euro sterling. Euro sterling to me, looking, you know, listen, it completely melted down again, on my opinion, on this whole Eastern European bailout deal. I got a channel line support right here, downtrend channel. I want to short the bounce. Maybe London numbers are going to be disaster. Maybe even German IFO is better. Maybe I'm dead wrong. We get a bounce up to 89, we short it. But I think we're going back down, round trip down to 86.50. Euro sterling just looks terrible. But again, this thing could bounce to 89 right now, or just around there, and still look like a short. Euro yen, hourly chart. Nice reversal. It is in an uptrend channel. I see it, obviously. Right? Beautiful uptrend channel. And in looking at that again, we might have a little bounce here in euro yen. Again, the stock market down this much. Risk aversion. Come on. So any rallies in euro yen, I think, are short. If it takes out 121, I'd probably have to call uncle. So any rallies like 120.50. Good spot. Even though I still like this short we did. Listen, we covered it. This euro yen, we were short for the close. I predicted the stock market would collapse today. And, you know, we had this tweezer top. Let me get rid of these lines for you. You know, we had this tweezer top here. This is when the stock market was pretty much selling off. And, you know, made a nice trade. Covered it perfect right around the lows. And then put it back out again. So I covered 85 and put it back out at 17. I saved myself 30 pips. Plus, you know, in the spread. So, same thing with dollar yen we did. But again, look at the hourly chart. It might have a little bounce. But I think it broke to the downside now. I think we have a little bounce. Maybe up to this channel line here. You know, 120.50. And then, oh, we're going lower. I think the future is going to be down big tomorrow on the open unless something comes up new. But I think 119, 119.20, certainly in the cards tonight, maybe even in Asia. Sterling yen. You know, another one. Nice pullback. There's a nice short in that. Covered that beautiful also. Nice downtrend channel now. But again, with euro sterling down so much, with cable the relative strength winner, this looks good. But we shorted well. And again, any little, you know, any rally, I think again, looks to be short. Is it an uptrend channel? Yes. Am I looking for, how much am I looking for in this? Not that much. Future's going to be down. There should be a sell-off. I'll take 135. Would you? You know, something like that. 135. This breakout level. 130. Maybe 130. You know, 35.70 in that area. All right, everyone. I want to thank you all for listening. Again, I think carry trade goes lower. Dollar yen, big reversal tomorrow. I don't know how high it's going to get, but in the end of the day, turnaround Tuesday. Andrew Spanton, Global FX Radio, YouTube, the only voice who will ever need Forex that makes you money. Love that jingling.